Oh, there I go. That. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the YadaCoin chat, our weekly broadcast to let you know what's going on with the project. Really happy that everybody's here. Let me go ahead and just get started, and let me tell you, things are really great. Things are going so well, and I have a lot to talk about, so buckle up, because we're really gonna feed you a lot of information. Like an office person would say, it's going to be like drinking water through a fire hose. All right, so let me go ahead and bring up Twitch here. And so I can look at the chats and respond to them. How's it going, everybody? How's it going, Seeny Peeny, Cyberhouse Lord? Cax IP 06. How's it going? A Services Top, how you doing? All right. So let's just jump in. It's been a very, very good week. Actually, it's only been getting better. YadaCoin has just been focusing a lot on marketing. But before we get into that, we have a couple items that I've taken care of. So we're still in the running to be merged with XMRig, and I've merged so they've updated their code a couple times, and so I've needed to update our pull request to stay in sync with their dev branch. So I've updated the merge a couple times to stay in sync with that. So hopefully we'll be merged with that code base in due time, and we should see some pretty big gains in the mining area from that. I've heard some rumblings from Rabid Mining. Not going to say anything specifically, but something could happen there. And then, which, of course, would be very awesome for the project, because, just being added to their chat area was a huge boon for our mining, and we actually gained a few pools off of that one, which is great. And yeah, lots of really cool people from that community, by the way. They've been contacting me, and just a lot of value has been given to the project from the Rabid mining community. So I do want to thank them for that, because they are awesome. What else? So yeah, so what we're doing now is we are focused heavily on marketing. So we've been who's this moderator? That's funny. I have a moderators now. You see that? It says moderators. Oh, that's funny. Restreambot is a moderator in the room right now. It's funny. All right. Anyway, so we're focused heavily on marketing. So there's the difference between doing and marketing. So we've been developing for a very, 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 very long time, and so I have this obsession with developing new features, and we arguably have the most features of really any blockchain project out there. We support all kinds of things, whether it be chat, group messaging, group creation, smart contract for creating promotions, creating sales, auctions. You can send secure mail. There's just authentication. And then you get into all the stuff that Center Identity can do. You can do, authentication. You can do seed recovery. No one has location-based seed recovery, by the way. I've been developing so many features over the years now, and you know, we need to let people know about this. And that's kind of the revelation, is that we have tons of features, we have an awesome project, and now people really just need to find out about it on a very, very large scale. So, marketing is our key feature right now. That's our big. Why did I say key feature? I'm obsessed with features. No, marketing is our chief initiative. That's what we're doing. We want to push the name out there, and we want to talk about what we can do, and we want to join organizations, associations, and join online services and groups and things like that, to talk about what it is that you can do with this project. So there's so many tools available, and there's so many great things that you can do with the project. We just need a lot of hackers to get involved. I say hackers, but really they're just developers. They're just people who want to code, and whether they're experts or they are just beginning, this is a great project to get involved in. You can do anything from like a console application to a gaming application to a website, an e-commerce site, anything like that. You can use, there's a use case there for YadaCoin, if nothing else, just the authentication piece for your user base could be used. So very exciting technology for everybody, and it's about time that we really spend a lot of time and focus on getting that word out, and letting people know of our capabilities, and also letting them know of who we are, our story, and letting them know that, we're the real deal. And we can convey that through the connections that we make with people and organizations. So that's what our key initiative is to reach out to as many people and become a part of as many organizations, and sort of make ourselves known and give ourselves a prominent spot in the industry. So we're going to, on the business end of things, we're going to start marketing ourselves in specific industries. So we have real estate, right? So what does real estate do? They sign a bunch of contracts, right? So given that, when a real estate transaction happens, obviously there's, all this potential for fraud, and I have talked at length about all the fraud opportunities in real estate. And so what we're doing now is talking about verified identities and how signatures can be used in the process of buying a house. And we can use digital signatures instead of handwritten signatures. So handwritten signatures are old, they're obsolete, and we need to show the world that. I mean, we could keep doing smart contracts and do all this, fancy development stuff and all this tech stuff, which I love, obviously, because I've been doing it for years and had no problem with it. But we do need to get that new stuff out into the world. We need to get these existing things out into the world before we build on top of the already next generation tech that nobody knows about. So we need to get everybody on board with this like next generation tech before we can build like the next generation on top of that. So real estate is a really interesting use case. And I don't think that we're going to see crypto really like solidify its position. And by that I also mean prices, right? So these prices are going to continue to go up and down and all over the place so long as the world is not dependent on crypto. I still think that the most important aspect of crypto is its utility and therefore the world's dependence on it. The internet is simply irreplaceable right now. The world cannot move the way it does right now without the internet. So that's the way it needs to be for crypto. And real estate transactions and signatures at large really are one of those ways that we can increase the world's dependence on crypto. And digital signatures are great. They're one component of a secure transaction, and that's where YadaCoin comes in. So any project really could do like a digital signature, but only YadaCoin has a secure, verifiable identity along with the digital signature. So you have a blockchain of identities and relationships, and then you can use those relationships to verify the person signing the contract. And this works particularly well because the laws actually state that you can use a signature in pretty much any manner that you wish, just as long as the parties involved are on board with whatever method you have used or chosen to use for signing contracts. So I've already done some research on this, and we already have a total green light for using digital signatures from YadaCoin to complete real transactions. Don't say that loud. Oh, I'm banging my pen. Sorry, my bad. Okay, so good thing I didn't start playing the drums, right? So in case you're wondering about our sounds and if you're missing them, our producer and sound director is currently on break. She's a union, so she gets her allotted break time, and I have to abide by that or I will get in trouble by the union. So we will have sounds pretty soon, I promise, for anybody that is missing that. They're like, no, we're good. We're good, thanks. Okay, so let's be real here. No one's in the chat and no one's chatting, but you know what? I'm still doing this, and I'm going to keep doing this every single Sunday. I don't see him. Oh, okay, yeah, I see. Yeah, DocuSign. Yeah, exactly. That's going to be our main competitor. Contract-based businesses. Yeah, exactly. And that's what this is all about. So real estate is a really interesting use case. And I feel like it's a really easy win. It's a no-brainer, in fact. The contracts would be much more enforceable. Once you have a digitally signed identity, like you could include the person's picture in their signature. How could you refute that? You know, like a handwritten signature, you can say, oh, I didn't sign that. I didn't sign that. And how would you prove them wrong? You'd have to go through all kinds of litigation to corroborate the signing, to indicate that they actually did. You'd have to unearth all kinds of communication, whether it be through email or whatever, to say, hey, yeah, they did sign this, and this transaction is legitimate. So, how's it going, lurks? Anyway, so that's just one place where we can thrive. There are so many industries. I mean, even the dental industry. You can transfer your dental records from one place to another. very easily. Right now they send you out the door with a flash drive, and then you give that to whatever dental office you're going to. Not very secure and not very convenient. And who wants to buy a bunch of flash drives for their clients to, send their client away to another office, and maybe even the client has to pay for their records, and I'm thinking that they probably do in a lot of cases, like an admin fee or something like that. So, these are things that we can solve. These are problems that we can solve. We just need to talk to these less technical people to get them into our ecosystem. And we can actually provide them a lot of value. The issue is that they're very busy and they want to, keep doing things the way that is working currently. They don't want, if a system's not broken, don't fix it, kind of a thing. But we need to show them how much time we could actually save them, and the cost that we could save them, and how much value it would bring to their customers, and just how streamlined it could make particular parts of their business, which I think they're always going to be interested in. So the next industry I think that we can help with is the pharmacy industry, for the same reason, but even to a greater extent, where we have pharmaceutical records, health records, prescriptions. All of these things need to be sent over a secure line of communication, and currently that is not happening. A lot of times that they'll be sent over insecure email or just any other kind of, think about it. They don't have a platform where they're sending these health records and transferring information. So we need to get them into an ecosystem where the identities are verifiable and the prescriptions are verifiable also. And again, that goes back to digital signatures. Who's signing the prescription? The doctor. So how are you verifying the doctor? It's like once they get the prescription, what do? They probably call the doctor or something like that. And all of that takes time. Wouldn't you rather just rely on the signature? That's what the signature was supposed to be, right? So, okay. Back from break, it seems that our union producer, sound director, is back. Okay. I like how you make a clap for yourself. All right. So, private practice for physicians, right? There's a lot of cash-only, non-insurance private practices out there. And pharmacies can accept prescriptions from these doctors, and the requirements for credentials, so whether or not a prescription is valid is dependent on whether or not you're a valid physician writing that. Well, we can use this ecosystem to verify whether or not they have valid credentials to write prescriptions. And then the pharmacy is actually the one, so this is kind of like signatures, where they agree on what a valid signature is. The pharmacy they actually have the authority to decide what valid credentials are and how they prove those credentials. So again, we can get into this ecosystem and make things so much easier for them. They just need to know about this technology, and we need to tell them about it. And what we need to do is get some pilot programs put in place. And so again, that's what we're going to be focusing on mostly, is contacting real world industry participants, and we are going to attempt to introduce pilot programs for them. Very good. That was so well timed, honestly. So that's our initiative right now. And honestly, there's really nothing more to it. Other than that, we really just want to see the XM rig get merged. We want to see more miners join. We want to see some videos being made by influencers, Rapid Mining specifically right now, which would be really cool. We would want to see, I'm trying to look at this. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we want to see some pilot programs. Those are so important. We want to get people doing pilot programs. This project is doing fine on money and everything like that, so we're not going anywhere. We're just going to keep going, and everything is all gravy in that area. So I'm glad you guys joined, and I'm happy you're watching and all that stuff. But we're going to continue, and I'm just saying, man, we're going to crush it, one way or the other, one way or the other. So what else is up on that board? What else is on that board at the bottom? What does that say? Yeah. So again, it all goes back to marketing. So real estate, dentistry, pharmacy, private practice, cash only, physicians. There's so many different places that could use this. I mean, just think about how many places sign documents. I mean, DocuSign is like hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue per year. So, I mean, just think about that. It's a huge industry. It's a huge market, and we just need to show how much of a no-brainer our technology is to use and replace all of the current archaic systems. So everybody, I think we'll end it there. And yeah, I just appreciate everybody joining for this Sunday update. I hope it's as sunny for you as it is for us over here. And I wish all of you health and prosperity. Cheers.